to get your take on. I know Armin has already talked about the destiny stuff in Islam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've become a
Harris,
huge
what
fan of
was your
Destiny.
opinion?
I've become a huge fan of Destiny. Like, I mean, ever since you mentioned, so I watched a couple of videos, and then now all I get is like his videos in my feed. And I was just watching him destroying this red pill guy, and then he ended up deleting that video. I was like, that Destiny is amazing. I think yeah, he's pretty smart.
He's my favorite liberal. Every time people like, oh, liberals are this and that, and they want me to go to an example of like, the first person that comes to my mind of liberals not being the way people think they are is Destiny. He's my go-to guy.
Yeah. So he's been trolling. I wanted to talk about it. So I've got some tweets here. He's been trolling Muslims a lot. So he goes, so this Abu Hafsa guy, he goes, oh, Christians, the amount of disrespect towards Jesus you are letting slide is pretty messed up. No wonder your community is flocking to Islam. It's a lie. They just pick up these random white dudes who convert to Islam, and then they go like, and they give you the impression as if there are millions of Muslims, millions of white people who are converting to Islam. Bullshit. Okay, it's just anecdotal evidence. The last survey that we have from 2014, the Pew survey, that actually at that time it said the amount of people who leave Islam is the same as the amount of people who convert to Islam. Now, but this is 2014 when ex-Muslim movement was still in its infancy. So I think it's way out of whack now, more so in favor of people who are apostatizing from Islam. So he goes, yeah, we should be more like Muslims online and threaten to attack them when they make fun of your prophet. So yeah, that's a good one. There's some M's here. Let me share some more of them. By the way, I stole that from Susanna. This is the same one. Let me share that again. What is it saying here? The main thing that upsets me about this was that Nim wasn't kissing me. What does that mean, Nim? What does that mean? Do you know what that is, Vikram?
Yes.
Alex. Okay, so if go lower. So Destiny is in an open relationship, right? So go lower. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, right.
So that's his wife. That's Destiny's wife, right?
Right.
So that guy is an Arab guy there, and they use this video, and that's Destiny, right? So people are like, oh, look, you're so your wife is kissing an Arab, which is kind of racist, by the way, by this guy, right? Like as if like the fact that it's Arab makes any difference.
Like if he was white, then it would have been okay.
No, yeah, but basically, oh, you're a white guy and an Arab is basically just stole your wife, right? But if you go up, the rest Destiny has a really good response. Yeah. The main
thing that upset me about this guy, this was that Nim wasn't kissing me. I don't know.
Yeah, the guy's name is, the Arab guy's name is like, I'm not upset that he kissed my wife. I'm upset that he didn't kiss me. That's why I'm upset about it. Which is
I don't know why you guys think they're playing the same. Okay. Yeah, I think it's typical. Yeah, good luck trying to offend someone like Destiny over that. I mean, someone who has openly said that. So then it means it doesn't bother him. So you saying that he's not going to bother you. Yeah, I mean, if he believed that shouldn't happen and then it was happening, then you could probably try to tease him or something. But he's like, yeah, he's the one who voluntarily told you guys that. So obviously he doesn't find that offensive. So gropers are doxing Destiny's address and daring jihadists to kill him. Right, what is this?
Yeah, so they're putting so these are far right white nationalists, right? And they are trying to get Muslims to go. They're doxing him. They're putting his address.
Oh, wow.
And they're trying to get Muslims to go after Destiny because they hate Destiny. Yeah.
So basically, are you telling me that? And again, like, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. We say the same thing about Hindu nationalists as well. So now these white nationalists, they're saying that, oh, we're so good, we don't pull the trigger, but here's the gun, go pull the trigger. That's basically what they're doing. So they're just, how are they any better than those Muslims? And how can those white nationalists now criticize Muslims who kill blasphemers?
Wait a minute. White nationalists don't criticize Muslims who kill blasphemers. They like it. They like
No, but like
they
some
want to
people
be
like
like.
Tommy Robinson and all that, they do try to hide behind these modern
No.
liberal values.
These are much
The far
farther
right,
right
okay.
than Tommy. No,
Right.
these are much farther right than Tommy Robinson. Okay?
So this is
These
why I
are
say we
people-
should never call people like Tommy Robinson far right, because they lose that distinction. I think Tommy Robinson is just a conservative. We should never call him far right. Yeah, I mean, if these guys are far right, then this is the epitome of what far right is, and they're actually saying, "Hey,
I
don't
mean,
kill this guy."
Tommy Robinson is far right. These are just more farther right.
Yeah, Robinson.
He's anti-immigration.
But no, but
Okay.
these people are like, these are the type of people who are like, we need to learn from Islam. They're like,
Oh,
Islam is right. These are the people who like respect Islam, even though they're far right, white nationalists. They're like, Islam is powerful because it respects family values, because it threatens people, and they want to be more like it. They don't criticize Islam. It's an enemy that they respect.
Is this the reason why that these and we've always made this point that, look, who is loving these totalitarian Islamic values are the white totalitarian wannabes, those guys.
Yeah.
And this is why this is the reason why a lot of these white people, these Western white dudes who are converting to Islam, they're more often than not, they believe they belong to this far right world. For example, there's this famous Australian far right white nationalist. He just converted to Islam as well. To which Daniel Hakikachu is pretty upset. He's saying that don't listen to these far right white folks. Don't let them hijack your religion, because they're, like he was shitting on them basically. So it's like, right. So isn't that amazing? That tells a lot about Islamic values. For example, look at this one. This is what Daniel Hakikachu had to say about these white nationalists converting to Islam. Stop promoting converts who, within days of supposedly becoming Muslim, are telling Muslims to put the fear of Allah in non-Muslims and describing Islam as a brutal monster and telling Muslims to fight against degeneracy no matter how brutal. I've actually seen that a lot of conservatives who are, like this whole degenerate trope is like, yeah, that's why Islam is good. That's why Islam is good. And that's why they're actually getting attracted to Islam, because Islam has a firm stance, this unapologetic stance against degeneracy. So it's like, look at it. Isn't that amazing?
Go lower. Read the lower
Okay.
one.
Sorry, the next one is...
No. Yeah, the next one.
These far-right white converts say that Islam is the last stand against degeneracy. Yes, that is true. But what do they say next? They tell Muslims to commit violence and fight back by any means necessary. Please don't fall for these feds. So he called them feds. Basically, he said. So I'm like, looks like someone's been paid a visit by feds. What do you reckon? Like, he's like, because then he says that. He said, no, I've never, I have these views, but I've never told Muslims to act on those things, like don't commit violence.
Next thing you know, you're gonna have half of far-right white nationalists converting to Islam, and the other half converting to Hindutva, and they're like, "Yeah, let's go get." They're encouraging each other.
We always said this, Armin. Didn't we say this? We always said this is unholy alliance between the left and the Muslims. It was never going to last. And we can see it now, and this is why I wanted to talk about this video that I wanted to share with you. Did you, by the way, see this video of this Muslim TikToker? She got attacked.
Let's do that soon, because then let's get Vikram to answer his last question, and because I see Divya is also waiting for us to come up, and also we have a super chat. So let's go through these fast. So a lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Sorry, you gotta go ahead. Just give me a second. Yeah, I was going to ask about. So I had a question in mind, but then I just forgot. Yeah, it was about. So I feel like regarding Destiny, I feel like he did not really. I don't think he expected to get that level of backlash, because he got I think thousands of death threats. I mean, most of that is probably just nonsense, probably just people who are just saying stuff on Twitter. But I don't think he's ever had that level of backlash from just making jokes on Twitter.
Well done.
Yeah,
to him. So first of all, I'd actually say that most of it is BS. I don't think he should get not that he would, but I'm just saying, I'm just speaking my mind. I don't think anything's going to happen because there are far too many people who actually have made fun of Islam now. So it's not really that big a deal. But yes, you should always be careful. But when Muslims thrive on this, they actually take pride in this fact that, hey, now he's going to be watching over his shoulder for the rest of his life. It's a little bit far-fetched now, okay? They've actually lost their teeth as well. These Muslims, even these hardcore Muslims now, they're fighting on Twitter online to defend the honor of their prophet. They've also become kind of like softies. Again, not saying that you should just, be totally complacent about it. But the danger is not there the way it was, let's say, 20 years ago. It's not on that level. People are going to forget about it. The amount of hatred there is for Islam, or the amount of dunking of Islam that's been taking place for the last few years, it's like there's like a new cycle. Back in the day, you used to be a marked man like Salman Rushdie. You've said something, that's it, you mark for your life. No, people are going to forget about it. So Destiny, as though, because he's far bigger, internet personality. That's why whatever he's going to do, he's going to receive that in droves. Like he's going to get this in big chunks, and then he's going to forget about it. Like it's just water under the bridge. It's going to be forgotten. What do you reckon, Armin?
Yeah, and also I think what Vikram said is the reason why he came out and said that he has found a newfound respect for ex-Muslims. Yeah. To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.